I don't know how to show up for this video today. I really don't want to turn it into like an oversharing moment, but I've also tried to create this space and these videos that I've been doing as a place for me to be completely authentic, and I've not been feeling okay the past few days, especially today. And I don't know, I guess I don't have any practice showing up for these videos when I'm not feeling good. So I think like last week, I was in my menstrual phase and I was in like my luteal phase. My energy was down and I was talking about that. And that's just low energy. But like I didn't feel bad in myself. It was just low energy. Hormones were doing their thing. But right now, like I don't feel good. And that's a different type of thing to talk about. I don't know how to start it. I used to talk about and be very open about like my mental health and where I'm at when I first started posting a lot on Instagram back in like around lockdown time. So like 2020, 2021. And I had an incident with my partner's ex, and she just made me feel not very good about myself at all. Especially when I shared anything that was like vulnerable. So ultimately, like long story short, that really put me off sharing, not because I wasn't okay with sharing, but because I was, I don't like using the word scared, but I guess it's true. I was like scared of what I was going to get from her. And that's sort of become quite ingrained in me, which I really don't like, but it's true. So I feel very reserved about sharing publicly now. Like I am not somebody who is scared to share how they're feeling. If you know me in my personal life, you know that I'm more than happy to talk about mental health and feelings and like get deep. And even probably in the videos that you've seen of me so far, if you don't know me personally, I like talking. I like getting deep. I'm not a surface level person. I'm not scared to. There's a hair on me somewhere. I'm not scared to get deep and talk about like the nitty gritty stuff. But sharing what I'm going through publicly is definitely something that doesn't feel as natural as it used to. And I'm trying to find my footing on how to share about that in a way that feels safe, right? Because like I said, I don't want to be oversharing. I don't want to be just like pouring my heart out on the internet, sharing all of my things that are going on inside me, because they aren't necessarily to be shared for public consumption, right? I am more than happy to share that with the people closest to me, people I trust, people I feel safe with. But it doesn't need to be publicly on the internet. And I would recommend that for you as well. You know, I think that sharing is extremely valuable, and having people that you know are safe and will keep you safe and will listen to you and that understand, or at least try to understand, even if they don't understand or haven't been through it themselves. I really would strongly encourage you to be able to to find people that you feel safe with in that way. But yeah, sharing online publicly is maybe not so safe because I have empirical evidence of that. Even if it's just one person, even if my account wasn't very big, it wasn't like I was big and well known. I was very, very, very small at the time. And yeah, I still was sort of victim to that. So I don't know where to take this, because I'm still kind of putting off actually talking about it. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at. I've been feeling in a bit of a rut. I've been feeling very deflated the past few days. This menstrual phase for me has really hit me very hard. Like I said, it's normal that I'm low energy. It's normal that I don't want to do things, very normal. But it's really rocked me. My partner wants more from me, is expecting more from me. And I don't want to go into detail because I'm definitely not going to be talking about my relationship on here. But it's more from where I'm sitting. Yeah, it feels very uncomfortable to talk about this. Okay, let's see. I don't know, because I don't know what else to talk about, because the thing is, I was like, okay, maybe I can come on here with something different, but I don't. This is what I'm going through at the moment. I wanted these videos to be me showing up how I am in that moment. And today, this is all I've been going through today. I've been wondering what to even film about. I didn't film yesterday, not because of my rut, but because I spent all day with like a girl group, that from my family girl group that I go and spend a lot of time with. So I was literally with them from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So I just enjoyed that and didn't film yesterday. But yeah, I was wondering what the hell I was going to film about today. And still wondering, still don't actually have a clue if you hadn't figured it out already. What can I share? Like, how can I share this in a way that is, I don't know, entertaining? Is it entertaining? Is this entertainment? Probably not entertainment, but just witnessing. I guess something as I was walking here, I was just reminding myself of the journey of healing, of self-healing, especially mental health. It's not, you might have heard this before, maybe you haven't. It's not a linear journey. It's not like you're wounded or, going through something, however you want to phrase it. Over here, you have a straight line and then you're healed. That is just not how it works at all. It is the craziest journey of forwards and backwards and up and down and then back to the start again, and then you go really far, and then you go, like, you regress even further than when you started, and then you heal a bit more. It's very all over the place, and it's meant to be. It's not that if that happens to you it's wrong. That's like how it's supposed to be. I have been on this intentional healing journey for probably, well, the first time I really dealt with depression was in 2018, I think. 2018, 2019, I think it was 2018. I'm not saying I wasn't depressed before that, because I definitely was in my teenage years. But I wasn't dealing with it, nor did I really recognize it or understand what it was, especially because I'm a teenager, and it's sort of you just kind of think it's teenage stuff. It was only when I got a bit older that I realized that it was proper mental health. I had mental health issues. I don't know if that's a good way to call it or not, whatever. That's how I call it. So yeah, at least 8, 9, probably 10 years, I've been intentionally focused on healing this part of myself and looking into it and understanding it. In that process, I have learned that I have ADHD, and depression was sort of because of the undiagnosed ADHD. I do sort of have what's called predisposed to depression anyway, but I think that a lot of my depression came from covering up or not understanding the traits of my ADHD. And right now, the reason I said about my partner, he's sort of expecting more from me in our relationship, and I am struggling to figure out how to give that, because I want to, but I'm really struggling to kind of find my feet with adulthood, which probably sounds ridiculous because I'm 32. But I am struggling to find my feet with adulthood. I'm struggling to figure out how to keep myself disciplined, for myself, not because a teacher's telling me to, or a boss is telling me to, but for myself. I'm struggling to earn money consistently and enough. I am struggling to look after my own body, which again is kind of crazy because I was a personal trainer and I've done athletics and dancing and basketball and swimming, and I've done a lot of fitness and sports over my life. So it's not like I'm someone who isn't knowledgeable or experienced in kind of fitness and health. But that's really I'm struggling with that at the moment. I'm struggling with a lot of things. Like I said, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, we can't move our van at the moment. So that's a big issue. That's a big struggle. And yeah, I think all of these things are just compounding, and it's becoming really difficult for me to focus on any of them, because all of them are quite difficult. And yeah, and today the main thing is I'm like, I don't know what to do. My brain has been going backwards and forwards. Like, I don't know if anybody I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but like when there's this feels kind of crazy to say out loud. When there's like two voices in your head and they're like trying to talk at the same time. I don't mean like I hear voices in my head. It's like it's my voice, but there's like two inner conversations going on at once. I have that like inner monologue. I know some people do and some people don't. I very much have the inner monologue. And it's like I've got, oh, whoa, there's some, like a triangle of geese flying over. I don't think you're going to see, no, you're not going to see that on camera. That's a shame. Whoa. Okay, everything's going wrong. Yeah, so I've kind of felt like that today, where different aspects of my mind are trying to like fight for attention and come up with like ideas, but the majority of the thoughts are like, I don't know what to do. Like I feel like I'm starting to run out of ideas of like how to deal with my life and deal with myself, and how to deal with my setbacks and my barriers, and how to like tackle things that I want from my future. You know, I try not to live a life that is too, what's the word I'm looking for? I completely forgot. That's too ambitious, because I think that like big ambition in people can sometimes come from a big wound of like not feeling like they're enough. So I very much try to manage my desires in terms of ambition, because I'm like, is this coming from something I actually want, that truly like I truly desire, or is it coming from something where like I feel like I'm not enough, don't have enough, or I'm proving something to somebody else. So I tried to kind of manage my ambitions, but I also do want things from my life. You know, I don't think having ambitions and following your desires and what you want is a bad thing at all. I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, like I try to live past, present, and future balanced. I try to learn from my past, be present in my present, and then work towards something that I want to grow into my future. So I don't think there's another one. So many geese flying over today. I don't think that any three of them are the most important. I think they're all equally important. They need this like balanced focus. Yeah. So, but I'm not really happy with my present right now. Like I'm not complaining, because there's actually a lot of good, and there's a lot of things that I have now that I didn't have, that I wanted before. I wanted to be back together with my family, with my partner and my dog, and I wanted to be living in a van and living on the road. And we are, like, I literally remember wanting those things and trying to manifest those things, and I have those things. So I'm not being ungrateful, and I'm not trying to dismiss the things that I do have. But there's a lot of details of my life right now that aren't where I want them to be. And because there's so many, I'm struggling to work with any of them. My main focus right now has been sort of my business, these videos, growing things, growing money. And the problem is that what I want to grow is a very slow burner. You know, I want to create my own business, and it's not like I have really high ticket products that I want to sell and I can just like make money like that. It's not what I have to offer, and it's actually not what I want to offer either. I want to offer something and build something that I'm passionate about. I want to build something that means something to me and that truly helps and supports my community, my audience, the people that want to connect with me, that want to follow me, whatever, you know, in whatever way it comes through. And yeah, I talked about that in my last video. You know, I've got a few offerings that I have now that I want to try to start focusing on. My tarot readings, and oh, you know what? Do you know what I've just realized? I said I was going to put links in my last video, and I didn't put links in my last video. Okay. If you get this far and you see that I haven't got any links in my video, would you remind me? Would somebody comment and say, remember to put your links on? Yeah, I wonder if anyone does. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's any more. Yeah, I've got my tarot readings and my bracelets, which I'm in the middle of making some for myself, but I don't have any on me just yet. Yeah. So if you're interested in either of those, if you, I don't have any bracelets to show you, but I did in the last video, so you can like pop onto the last video and see, like near the end, I show them. And if you follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of stuff on my stories about how I'm doing them, and I will be posting a lot more on my Instagram and when I kind of like get proper photos and stuff done of them, so you can see what they look like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like selling right now. Just talking about what I have to offer. Yeah, I don't need to sell it, do I? Every time I talk about them doesn't need to be like asking you to buy something. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. It feels authentic to tell you what I'm doing, but it doesn't feel authentic right now to try and like sell them and promote them. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna add this in here. I'm gonna see if I can remember to do this in editing. I also have a full moon circle that I'm doing with my sister on Sunday today. So next Sunday, which I believe is the 30th of August. And we do online and we do like a ritual together. We do a meditation for my sister, and it's just a really nice place to kind of get together and be in community and honor the full moon and kind of tune in and like focus in on that full moon energy, especially if you don't have anybody else to sort of spend that time with or honor that time with and you would like to, then that's a really nice place to do that. So I will also leave that link in the description as well. And then back to the video. Yeah, I wonder if I feel better. I wonder if I'll feel better after sharing this. And I know I haven't really shared that deeply, but what I have done right now in this video is try to show up as authentically as I can, in a way that feels safe to me. Yeah, I guess that's it for me today. And if you're interested to see how I feel tomorrow or what this shifts, or if I feel the same or different tomorrow, then please subscribe and watch out for my next video tomorrow. And give this video a like if you like this video. And I will see you next time. I'm like not in flow right now. So yeah, we're just going to leave it there. Bye.